first of our elite medal games out here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's indoor, beach, whatever event, just
Oh, sorry, it says beach volley.
This one just keeps sinking on me. It's tracked.
Pretends the G is a K, he said. Okay. Which I definitely would not have said.
Oh, this is way better. I'm not just sinking.
Renee, that's okay. Yes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Rolling that ball into the open court. Very nice serve, and that's going to be our first end. 5-2. Our youngsters taking an early lead.
And welcome to the Pelligra SA Open for 2025. We apologise that we are coming in one end already into this match. We had a little bit of a change up where the Division 1 men's bronze medal match, we unfortunately had an injury forfeit, so this is the Div 3 men's gold medal match. I'm Max Gura and I'm joined here by Renee Vanderhoek.
Gentlemen in red with a little bit of a lead.
So in the blue team currently, we've got Jonathan Dracht, also known by Funky, and Max DeVries. Jonathan back to serve now.
Narrowly missing there in the red, we've got Ali Hinchley and Jack Hutchings from Victoria. Ali and Jack taking an early lead here. See how Funky responds.
It's a great little shot there from Max. The wind's coming off and on a little bit, but at the moment the blue team, they do have the wind to their advantage. They've pulled the gap back from the 2-5 end switch to now it's 5-6, so only trailing by 1 point now. With that serve into the net, just giving the young boys just a 2-point lead again. This team in red, both of them only 15 years old. The blue team, just a little bit older.
Yeah, very nice. Max DeVries reaching up, using those knuckles.
Nice shot there by Max DeVries, just using the knuckles over the top of the block of Ali Hinchley.
7-6 now. The gap closes to a single digit. going to be 8-6 as we go round again.
A lot of topspin to that one, unfortunately not falling in. The conditions down here, Max, are absolutely perfect. We're down at Glenelg in Adelaide, South Australia, of course, and we're at about 30, 32 degrees, minimal wind. The crowd is forming. It's a fantastic day.
Just that slight angle with the wind coming off of the water going across, so you can see there from Ali, he was trying to use that wind going after that sideline, hoping that that wind would just bring that ball back in, but it's just gone too far to the right. So the boys still with an 8-7 lead in red.
That ball just drifting a little bit wide.
Just trying to do too much there, trying to go too sharp. That shot not going over the net, tying it up at 8-all.
Tied up at 8 points apiece.
Seeing a little bit of early nerves here, especially from those young guys in the red. I mean, a very different atmosphere from what probably could have been predicted for the Div 3 gold medal match until that forfeit happened early this morning. But let's look to how they respond here.
Yeah, these boys would have been playing on a few courts a bit further down the beach, and all of a sudden they're surrounded by all the tents, the VIP stand and everything, and so on the big stage. But also you've got to love it. You know, as a 15-year-old, all of a sudden you're playing on the court that the gold medal matches in Div 1 are going to be played on in just a couple of hours. You can see just how much havoc just that little bit of wind is playing on these younger boys.
Great block there from Ali. An unlucky finish there for the boys in red, but they did a lot of fighting, pushing the ball high for a bit more time, playing smart where they needed to. I'm excited about how this develops. Max DeVries here, back to serve.
The Wiley veterans now up 10-9, their first lead here for this game. And then just pushing that one long, tying it back up. It's 10-all. Only 1 point here till we've got our technical timeout in this first set. Young boys just scrambling. Breeze going over on 2 on that one.
Just sails long, and that's going to be 11-10 as we move
to the technical timeout here. The boys in blue are up 11-10.
We're going to take a timeout when those scores.
Exciting to see these rallies forming. A little bit more length to it. Everyone's found their serve. Again, the wind is minimal, but as Max mentioned, flowing across the court at this stage.
What a response there from DeVries and Funky. You know, after having a 2-5 end to start off and then bring it back, they've managed to win both ends afterwards, pull it out with their 11-10 lead. Now for these young boys here, they need to try and recapture a little bit of that form. They got in that lead just to hold with it, and then hopefully they can time it up where they'll be back into that wind right at the end of this set here.
Weather is absolutely perfect.
Just an early note, it does feel like Funky and Max are playing with a little bit more depth in the court, which has worked to their advantage on the younger boys. I'd like to see Ali and Jack develop a little bit more depth, even pushing the serve a little bit deeper, pushing a bit more height, give themselves some more time. Funky here to serve.
We've got 10-11, Funky to serve.
As Renee said, Funky's probably going to be looking to try and put this one deep. He's going to use a lot of spin, use that wind to his advantage. He's gone with a little cut across it. Good effort there. Just a sec, couldn't get it.
Just not able to get that third touch over.
Good hustle by the young boys there on that one.
Seeing that big block and thinking,
Funky and Max getting a 12-10 lead here now.
Out the back. 12-10.
Really the tough part here for these young boys. They're going to need to keep their touches a lot smaller when they're down this end. Keep everything in tempo and in front. Got a serve there by Funky, just using the tape of the net perfectly, trickling over in front of the outreached arms of Ali.
Just flipping the net with that block.
Just with that ball, just getting real tight above the net. Ali, so hard as a blocker there not to get too aggressive, and he goes a little bit far that time, collects a little bit of the net. Point goes to the boys in blue, 14-10. Funky just letting the young boys in there. Easy serve to leave. 11-14.
They've got great judgment, these young guys, for, you know, lacking a little bit more experience than the older two from the blue team, but they've left a lot of these balls long here. Following up with these float serves, hopefully the wind does some favour for them. I spoke too soon there, mate.
Just the old commentator's curse on that one. It's a tough one when you got the wind coming at your back. You want to put the other team under pressure, and so easily that ball can just travel long. 15-12.
15-12.
Max would want that one back again, just putting that too low, middle of the net. You've got that wind to your advantage. You want to make sure that you're going over the net, probably around halfway up that antenna. The young boys really need to push here, trailing 13-15, use the wind, try and come out of this with an advantage, and then that serve also goes long and wide.
Funky here back to serve, a really stable serving option for these guys. 16-13 to the blue. Good follow there from Max.
See the boys are trying to put the older guys under a bit of pressure, trying to find those sidelines, but at the moment they're just pushing them just a little bit wide.
Great scramble there as well from Jack and Ali. They're fantastic on defense. They're really getting these second touches that it feels like they don't necessarily deserve to be able to get. Calling a timeout there as well from Jack. Team Red's got some moments here to regroup.
In addition to their compulsory technical timeout when that score totals
Young boys
21.
taking that timeout, trailing 13-18.
Now you might be able to see those pink signs
Funky and Max getting close to taking out this
Very
first set.
excitingly, Adelaide is the host to the 2025
Funky and Max, they won their semi-final 21-16, 21-18. So they had a little bit of a tighter go, but then Ali and Jack who got through with a 21-13, 21-11 win. So they're definitely under the pressure at the moment.
We'll be hosting our games.
Looking like they're going to have to go the long way, go through a third set at this stage.
On that centre court, and we're going to have the best athletes all of those that competed in Paris Olympics.
Max, it's great to see at the back of the court here. We've got this beautiful bright pink signage for the Beach World Volleyball, Beach Volleyball World Championships held in Adelaide this year in 2025. It is going to be down at Memorial Drive in the centre court there, where currently the Adelaide International is finishing up.
It is 18.
There's so many tournaments around the world now, rather than going traditionally on the beach. They're finding going into already built stadiums is actually a bit more of an economical way of going about it, and what a venue to do it as well. You're going to be that centre court, the crowd is literally going to feel like they're on top of the court, and so the players are going to be surrounded by screaming fans. The atmosphere there is going to be electric.
Absolutely. The focus on the centre court, the central location in the city. It's amazing seeing here, and especially as today develops as well, seeing more crowd pour in. The public as well, just down at Glenelg, coming in and taking a look at centre court here. But the grandstand will absolutely fill at Memorial Drive. The boys in blue here are up 18 to 15 after that error from Max. We're really into crunch time of this set.
19-15, so actually 2 points away for those boys in blue. Ali's got some work here to do on the serve. It's a great serve to start off with. Gets the ace. That's what he's been looking for all set this time. Trying to find that deep corner on Max DeVries. Funky copping a face full of sand and just having to wipe off his sunglasses so he can try and see this tough serve from Ali.
Just going to clean up the glasses.
When he comes out of that, we're going to have a change of ends. So young boys trailing 16 to 19. They're going down to the disadvantageous end. The wind's at their back.
He thinks we can come up with another clutch serve. Very nice, dominant.
The young height there, one at the net with that joust between Funky and Ali. Great to see the boys responding. Fantastic serving as well. A little bit deeper, pushing Max and Funky to make some interesting decisions there on the second touch.
Smart there by Max, just seeing Jack just move a little bit too early. Just the arch of the back, just able to get the high roll to that deep corner. They've got this first set point here, 20 to 17. Can Funky finish it off? He takes control of that two ball there. And then gets the kill. Funky and Max DeVries take that first set, 21 to 17, after trailing in that first end 2 to 5. So a great response for them. For Ali and Jack, they fought hard. Didn't make it easy, but they've got some work to do here now.
We move into that second set. Beach volleyball is a best of 3 match.
A great first set there, Max. What do you feel like these young boys would be chatting about?
I think that where it's dropping off for them is just at that end where they've got the wind at their back. A lot of their passes and sets are still quite high, where they need to see if they can just keep everything a lot lower, take out a lot of that influence of the wind and make sure everything's staying in front of them so they can see where Funky and Max are at. They've been doing real well when they've got the wind in their face, so I think it's just trying to minimise the advantage that the boys in blue have when they've got the wind in their face.
Yeah, absolutely. It does feel like it's that second touch, putting themselves in a better position to attack. They're fantastic at net, defending, blocking. It's really, yeah, I'd love to see some more attack and aggression from them in this second set.
Funky just starting off the second set with a serve into the middle of the net. First set started very similar. Ali Hinchley back to serve. And the second set starting exactly the same as the first at the moment. Both teams trading service errors. We're at 1-1.
Great shot there from Max with the small chip over. Jack really had an opportunity to go for it there and chose that deep line shot. I'd love to see, yeah, more aggression from him.
Great job on the set there by Jack. See, Ali put him on a bit of pressure there with that wind. Just kept it low, kept it in front of Ali, so he was able to find that deep zone. It's looking like we're having the blockers from blue. They'll just drop and they're trying to minimise that shot over their head. So we're going to have to see a bit more aggression, maybe some hard hits. Just like that one from De Vries. Finds the cross-court sand.
A great setup there from Funky as well.
Players must remain in service order.
Who goes back to serve. Team in blue here are leading 3-2.
This rally's just continuing on, coming back over the net. Both teams just refusing to quit on this one here. Play up at the net. Great touch by Jack in the back court, and unfortunately just not enough for Ali to stretch out for it. It's a great rally for both teams there. 4-2 for Funky and Max.
I love that long rally, Max. We had elements of playing safe and keeping the rally going. Max just waiting for that right moment. And that serve from Funky just long.
That ball just sailed long, and it's going to be 4-3 as we change ends.
So that's the sort of end that these younger boys, these two 15-year-olds, they need to make sure that when they're down at the the bad end of the court, as the players would say, that they can try and minimise things. Like a 3-4 end change for them, they should see that as a win. And they just need to make sure that they can try and pull this out here, maybe get a 5-2 in their advantage. Unfortunately, just getting thrown off a little bit there. Great fake out by Max. That ball just drifting over the net thanks to the wind.
Great angle there from Ali. These boys are feeling much more confident in the red. Looking forward to seeing how they respond here in serve.
It's looking like they're keeping everything a lot more in control. If all of their players are just kept in front of them, then eventually they're going to get to the point where they're going to have a nice opportunity to get up there and have a hard swing at it.
Very nice. De Vries using that deep cross-court shot now to great success. He's come up with a few points early.
One of the hardest swings there from De Vries. He's got the wind pushing that ball and still able to just to find the sideline. So great swing in the end there. Out of reach of Jack Hutchings. There we go.
Very nice.
Ali Hinchley
Taking care of that overset.
gets the overpass and decides to bring out a little bit more spice on the hit. I think that's what we need to see from him throughout the rest of this game. At the moment, they've got Funky and Max just pulling off every time he's going to attack. If he can just try and keep him a little bit more honest.
Unfortunately, not enough focus on that serve there, but I'm really looking forward to seeing these boys develop their confidence here. Max DeVries back to serve.
The 7-5 lead. Max put in all the effort he got there and then looked like just lost a little bit of the balance as he was laying out and just ends up falcon punching that ball out of the court area. DeVries is trying to put the boys under pressure, going with that play on two, puts it long. 7-all end switch. He's got everything all tied up. In the second set here, Max DeVries, Jonathan Drack took out that first set rather comfortably. This one looking like it's going to be potentially a little bit closer.
Just sails long.
The team in blue here, Max and Funky, feel really in control of the play. It's, I feel, going to come down to minimising errors, maximising those long rallies, and seeing which way the wing goes. Unfortunately, into the net there from Jack, which brings the score to 8-all.
That shot from Funky just too good.
Shooting the ball up into it.
Beautiful high line over the block of Ali Hinchley, and Jack Hutchings just couldn't get there in time. 9-8.
Play smarter, not harder, says Funky there. Just putting the ball over on one.
One of those things when you've got the wind in your face, you can kind of play around with that a little bit more. Go deep and just have faith that the wind's going to pull that down.
Great chase there from Funky. Unfortunately, not making it back into court.
Chasing out that ball, just not able to bring it back in.
And that's with all the advantage of the wind in your face. It becomes a massive disadvantage if you're running to the back of the court, because any ball that just pops up, it just end up going to fly away.
Only one option there from Max with the block very well set, but he does get that nice short cut shot. The boys in blue are up here 11-9.
Great pass, tough serve there.
And a great finish.
Then a very nice Jack Hutchings hitting that open court.
The boys in red doing very well on these top spin serves to pick them up and give themselves some time. Like you mentioned, Max, maybe they were listening to you. They're keeping it a lot lower this set. Working on moving it across court. And just catching the line on that one. We take a technical timeout now. Red trailing 10 to 11.
Yeah, great job of just keeping the play just a little bit more compact in front of them, and it looks like they're starting to get a little bit more pace coming out off of their hits here. Getting close to the end of this second set. Can they force a third set, or a Max DeVries and Jonathan Drack going to finish this off and take their Div 3 men's gold medal?
Let us come in year out to this amazing beach.
Of course, we're here at Glenelg Beach thanks to one of our major sponsors, the City of Holdfast Bay. Always a great supporter of Volleyball SA and the SA Open, allowing us with the best setup that we can, surrounded by the walk. We can have VIP from above looking over the top of the court.
10-11 in this second set. Men's gold medal game.
Unlucky for the boys there. Just the tape not looking after them, just denying that ball coming over.
If anything, the set was probably a little bit too good.
Boys in blue, 12 to 10.
Got a bit excited. 12-10.
An unusual error there from Funky.
Ready for them.
See what Ali was trying to do there. He was trying to find that same spot where he got the ace previously in that back corner, but just putting it too long and too wide. Trailing 13 to 11.
And a great ace there from Max DeVries. Just finding, just inside the line actually, on this close side.
Real hard one for Ali to leave there. Yeah, he knows that the wind should push that ball, but must have had just like the perfect little drop in the wind to allow that ball to find the sideline. DeVries was just that shot into the middle of the net there. He'd want to have that one back. He's would not be happy with himself with that. Made that 2 errors in a row. All of a sudden,
we're getting to the pointy end of the set here, Max, and it's really anyone's game.
No, it's gone to the. That point's gone to the boys in blue. Sorry, it's 15-12 here. Thought that one had gone long. Funky all over that second ball attack. And just putting that line shot wide.
As we take a change of ends here.
So 13 to 15 for the two 15-year-olds from Victoria, Ali Hinchley and Jack Hutchings. Got to hold strong here.
A great angle there from Funky, just catching short. The boys in blue here are really showing that, developing that great setup on the second touch, putting them in a better position. Max DeVries here to serve 16-13.
And Max DeVries with the ace down the line. The serve that Ali had been looking for a lot of this match. He gets aced on that exact same serve. 17-13. What a follow-up serve, but what a dig to keep that alive by Ali and Jack. And then on one, Max DeVries. Maybe a little bit greedy there. Ends up putting that one well wide.
The master of that shot, Funky there.
Been a lot of plays from Funky and Max where they've just dropped that kind of half-cut shot just in front of the defender. 18-14. Make that 19-14 off that ace from Funky.
And the boys in red call their timeout. A lot of play to think about here. How are they going to respond? They are one aggressive attacking shot, I think, from evening the control that it feels like Team Blue has at the moment.
We've got 3 more amazing middle games coming at
Big measure for them here is they need to get this side out and steal a defensive point. And then all of a sudden they'll be going down to the good end of the wind in their face. They'll be trailing 16-19, but that's the end where you're going to win these points and you're going to make some defensive points. So they need to survive here and ideally not give the boys in blue their set and match point.
Absolutely not. It's taking this first point and then being really consistent and considered on that serve. Funky here to serve. Blue lead 19-14.
There we go. We got set and match point for Funky and Max. That was the play from the boys. Set kept in front. Ali tried to get the swing and just lost the timing a little bit. And just a great serve in the end there from Funky. Just too much for Ali to handle. And so we've got Jonathan Funky Dracht and Max DeVries taking out the gold medal for Div 3 here at the Pelligra SA Open, with Ali Hinchley and Jack Hutchings doing a great job. 2 15-year-olds make it all the way to their final, and they'll be going home to Victoria with that silver around their neck. So after this, we will go back to our regularly scheduled programming. We'll have the Div 1 women's bronze medal match, and then after that we'll have the gold medal match for both the men and women, following at 2:30 and 3:30 respectively. So don't go too far away.